In 5, 4, 3, 2, the iCarly revival is finally here, and it's the wildest and weirdest mix of cheeky humor, blush-worthy scenarios, and reflective commentary on today's internet environment, and that's just the first 3 episodes. Welcome back everybody to the #1 home for film and television lovers everywhere. Today we're ringing the bell on the official iCarly countdown as the first 3 episodes premiered on Paramount Plus just hours ago.
It is the old one, just with more stuff.
And if you thought you knew what iCarly would look like today, think again. Gold leaf martinis, Stalker Supremes, awkward art exhibits, and wait, naked Spencer? That's right, the newly released episodes feature Carly navigating her life as a 26-year-old living single in Seattle. She's joined by down-and-out Freddie and his bratty stepdaughter Millicent, her eccentric roomie Harper, and her super rich brother Spencer. But before we dive into the dirty details of the episodes, we're about to give you a giant gummy bear-sized spoiler alert right here. If you've been following the iCarly countdown and you gobbled up the first 3 episodes faster than a spaghetti taco, then go ahead and subscribe for more cool videos and analyses just like this. Now let's get to it. From the first few seconds of episode 1 titled I Start Over, we can tell that this show isn't a silly kid sitcom anymore. Naked Spencer creating a sculpture for Carly and her boyfriend wasn't how anyone was expecting the pilot to start off, but the situation isn't as weird as it seems. Well, almost. The interaction between Carly and Spencer as she explains how she's going to romance her boyfriend Beau is just like old times. The Shea apartment is really swanky, but still Spencer style. Who knew he liked to work naked in an apron with noise-canceling headphones on?
Made for you.
Oh, I love it.
The storyline is pretty smart, as Carly is about to start a vlogging channel with her longtime lover, Beau. In classic Carly fashion, this doesn't go well, and Beau dumps her during a surprise livestream. Yikes. What works well in this episode is Carly's obsession with the internet and virality. She's grown up, but she still thinks of the internet as her home and a place where she can be herself. We see this throughout the 3 episodes, especially with a cancel culture-themed episode 3, I Faux Apologize. We then see Nathan Kress's first reappearance as Freddie, and he doesn't miss a beat. While Miranda takes some time to warm up to the character, Nathan really owns Freddie and brings a new sarcasm and lightness to the character.
Yes, for the photo that you posted, you're #1 on IMemeDB.
He's definitely matured in his comedic delivery, and he's a definite highlight throughout the 3 episodes. Carly also let us know that she hosted Italian QVC and even did college radio in the year since the iCarly web show ended. We also get a backstory when it comes to Freddie and Sam. Though it can be a little expository at times, the show can give an account of where everyone's internet friends have been all these years. Sam, for example, is, wait for it, in a biker gang. That doesn't seem shocking, considering how her character left the show in the I Goodbye episode. Sam rode off into the sunset on her motorcycle. For fans who are hoping for a deeper explanation and exploration of Sam's absence, you just might have to wait until the other episodes where they will hopefully dive into her character further. For now, we have to be content with Sam as a biker gang member. The explanation is good enough to leave room for Jeanette McCurdy should she ever decide to return. Harper is a pretty good bestie for Carly though, offering advice and a few quippy jokes in between. She's also the coffee queen who works at Skybucks, which seems to be the new hangout for the gang. Goodbye, Groovy Smoothie, we will miss you. Harper's character seems like a sidekick, and we hope her experiences will be highlighted more as the episodes progress. The interaction with Freddie and Millicent is also finding its place, as she seems more like the snarky kid next door than his daughter. The two haven't established that dynamic, and she hangs out more with Harper and Carly than she interacts with her dad. Maybe it's just weird seeing Freddie with a kid after all of these years. After all, what Gen Z kid wants to hang out with her parents?
Millicent, it's just an old post.
Oh my gosh, you didn't even get me the Scarlet Fever add-on pack.
We also see Carly go out on a date with a guy she knew from summer camp, Luke. In the small moment of interaction, the show pokes fun at itself for not fleshing out the parental characters enough. Carly jokes about her dad's indefinable Navy/Air Force job before awkwardly avoiding any questions about her mother. The lady is still a mystery. One moment that did bring back old memories was when Carly decided to bring back the original web show and the 3 original cast members went to the old set. Seeing the live sign light up after 10 years was a tearjerker moment, and seeing Carly go through the different old props was the nostalgia pull we needed. Though episode 1 fell flat in terms of the raw and punchy humor of the original, and we barely got to see interaction between Carly and Freddie, sorry critics. It was an introduction to perhaps the funniest episodes of the 3, the I Hate Carly episode. This episode not only had the iconic Nora Dershlit, but it also presented a stalker-like troll for Carly to obsess over. We also get to see great interactions between Freddie and Spencer, who have a cool bromance going on. Count on Spencer to accidentally blind himself with pepper spray while trying to defend his little sister from former stalker Nora. This is the Spencer we've come to know and love. Freddie gets commissioned to be his assistant, seeing as rich Spencer gave him money for a startup way back when. Spencer strikes out on a date and Freddie helps the poor guy pee, or as they would say in the original series, Waz. The funniest scenes happen when Carly meets a guy who she thinks could be the one. Turns out, he's an online troll who's had it out for her since the original web show aired. Though Carly gives him a second chance after discovering that she doesn't have a weirdo stalker anymore, his performance on the new iCarly livestream is so funny you'll cry tears. Never has an interpretive poem been so strange and so hilarious. Justin may have been an iCarly troll, but he's definitely been redeemed by that bizarre performance. Too bad Carly got the ick feeling and dumped him. Goodbye, I Hate Carly 57. Episode 3 was perhaps the most introspective of the bunch. While episode 2 was more modeled after the classic iCarly formula that saw the characters' lives revolve around the web show while Spencer had a B-plot, this episode focused on the social conversations around the internet. When Spencer and his art is turned into a meme after Harper takes a picture of Carly spitting out a meatball in front of his sculpture, he becomes that meme guy, which makes him feel like real art is being devalued by internet art. The episode spins into a lecture on the irrationality of people on the internet, the classification of art, and a whole bunch of other things. Harper makes a whole lot of money selling Carly meme merch, and Millicent shows her devious side when she plays with Freddie's emotions after she finds a problematic and cancel-worthy tweet on his timeline. She even comes up with a catchy but long song about her new business, which is predicting problematic content before it becomes problematic. We're exhausted already. Millicent and Freddie finally get some screen time together, but Freddie is sucking as a dad so far. Nathan Kress did let fans know that Freddie would be a bit of a lost dad and a pushover before he hits his stride. We're rooting for you, Freddie. This series greatly differs from the original in that the OG show focused mostly on the web series and how it affected the daily life of the kids, while this series revolves more around Carly's life outside of the show while having small featurettes of the web series. This formula might work for some, but it might upset those who were looking for an adult version of the original. This series is more grounded in the day-to-day lives of the adults who grew up with the series and has less of the escapism that was so prominent in the original. For die-hard iCarly fans, the jump into practical adulting might be strange. The new characters seem to fit well in the new iCarly world, and the jokes, though adult-themed, aren't that salacious. It's not exactly South Park or Family Guy style humor, so your face won't get completely red if you watch this with your parents. The new iCarly lies somewhere in the middle ground that other revivals like Fuller House and Punky Brewster have, while keeping the Nickelodeon era around them. It's a new take on the revival craze, and its successes or failures are entirely up to the iCarly fans. With cameos from Reed Alexander to look forward to, and the first-time appearance of the famous Socko still in the works, we've got a lot to look forward to. Well, there you have it. Have you watched the iCarly episodes? Which characters are you in love with? Which parts did you dislike about the reboot? Let us know how you feel in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, then give us a big thumbs up and subscribe for more cool content like this. See you in the next one!